Alright guys, welcome back to Nifty Network. Today we are in a Q50, and as you can see, somebody had a boo-boo. So I'm going to show you how to take it apart and how to get this out. Alright, so normally if you're working on a steering wheel and the bag isn't blown, you should probably undo your battery. Anyways, you're going to hear this thing honk. For some reason when I pull on this, it honks. But I'm going to cut this bag out of here just to kind of get some like better viewing shots for the camera. So let me get this out of here. You don't have to cut your bag out when you're doing this, but I'm just doing this because you guys are gonna have to see some stuff. All right, so these are, what do I call it? I wouldn't say hard, but you're gonna need some patience for this, because you need to press, there's two little clips, you have to press them both simultaneously and pull the steering wheel airbag out at the same time. So those clips, and this has paddle shifters, so that's even more so in the way, but it has these little covers. We'll pull these off first. Don't lose them. And when I'm working on the steering wheel airbag and like the driver side, I always just put all screws and everything right on the floor so that you know you're not dropping them outside of the car. So I'm just basically popping that other clip off, or that cover that I had just done on your guys' side. And it doesn't want to go. Okay. That one flew somewhere. And you always, when I'm doing this, I make sure that the flathead is flat this way, because the pin sticks straight up, so you have more of a chance of running into the pin like this than like this. This is harder to land on, so make sure that the flathead stays flat when you're going in there. And for the people at home, you're gonna want to look in there to find it. I've done this quite a bit and it's still really hard, but I kind of know where it's at and what to feel for. See this pin if you come on this side? I'm gonna have to like kind of get up all in my area, but I think I'm safe. Let me make sure it's lit up. Okay, so right where I'm at, it's lit up. It's a little tiny silver bar, and you normally have to do these at the same side, or at the same time. So this, I promise you, it's very frustrating. But I have one side out right now. You can see it. This is released on there. But when we're doing the other side, we're gonna push this side in a little bit and hope we don't click it. Because if we click it, then it's gonna pop in again and we're gonna have to redo it. So I'm on it. We're gonna push in a tiny bit. Okay, all right, I got it. All right, so now that we got this, I'm gonna show you exactly what I just did, or what you're gonna look for. Let me unplug this, and then I'll show you exactly what I was doing. So I'm going to show you exactly what I was pressing on here in a second, but I need to get these wires out from under this little clasp. And since the airbag is broken, I'm just going to pop that up. Alright, so unplug this, and then get a pick. And there's a little divot in here. Just get a pick and slide it up in there. Obviously, you're going to have to replace your clock spring as well, because when an airbag deploys, it fries these plugs as well. It literally burns them. That's why it's, normally these pop out really easy. Oh, I just broke my clip, or I just broke my pick. Okay, whatever. If this isn't broken, or if this bag isn't blown off, those will pop out. You slide those black things up, and then the plug in itself will actually come out. But you can see that the plugs are literally melted together, so that's why they aren't coming out. And then the reason I had broke this clip right here that the clock spring airbag wires go to is because I knew I had to replace the clock spring and also the airbag, and it was just faster for the video. But when those wires come under here, you're able to push down on the wire and actually scoop it from the underside. So see how there's like a little gap right there? That's where the wires will come out of. And then there's that, I believe this is a ground that you unplug. And then there's the orange and the yellow airbag connector. But this is how the airbag is sitting, like this. And we have these holes. Literally, that's how much room you have. And what it does is, when you're pressing the flathead in that hole, you're searching for this little bar. And when you press on it, it opens up like that. And that's what actually gets past this little clip right here. So that's how the airbag is held in, is literally just by that little spring. So when you're in that slot, you got to hit this, I guess, closer on the bottom side so you get more torque. You press that, and you got to slide it over this when you're pulling out on the airbag. And then you go to the other side, and you press in like that, and then you get it to slide over this lip as well. So when I was pushing in a little bit, I just basically wasn't getting that bar past these notches right here. I probably had it like right there. It was about to clip, but so that is how you remove a steering wheel airbag off of a Q50. It is a pain. You are going to be replacing it anyways. So just take your time. Try not to screw that hole up all that much, because it's just going to make it harder for you. Because if you're wedging plastic around, that hole is made to access this. So if you're prying on it and doing all this crazy stuff, you're doing it wrong. Just take your time, look in there for that little tiny silver bar, press it in. And there's also 2 bars. When you're, sorry to keep going, but when you're looking in it through this hole, you're going to be seeing this bar, and you're also going to be seeing that bar. So make sure that you're pressing on the closer one to you, because if you're pressing on that one, you're not going to push it. So this will slide in, and there's a lot of tension on this thing, like a lot of tension. So find the bar, press it in, and that is how you remove a steering wheel airbag on a Q50.